I made every mistake in the book when I started on YouTube, but 3 of those mistakes completely destroyed my growth. And the worst part is, I actually saw them coming. But almost every YouTuber went through the same thing at some point, and the best of them actually figured it out. So let's break them down. Mistake number 1 is I gave up too soon. Every new YouTuber wants to grow their channel as fast as possible. We all get excited and obsess over planning and post our first few videos and get disappointed when they flop. And then we stop. 90% of channels quit before uploading their 10th video, and that's actually the biggest barrier that most of us face. So here's what's happening.
A lot of people get analysis paralysis and they'll just sit there and plan their first video for 3 months. Your first video is not going to get views. Your first 10 are not going to get views. I can very confidently say that.
This clip is actually a cliche at this point. Literally everyone has seen it. So then, why do millions of people, including me, hit a brick wall when it comes to growth? Well, it's mostly because of mistake number 2, but I'll get to that one in a second. There's actually a much simpler solution for growing your channel, and this is coming from the biggest YouTuber in the world.
All you need to do, make 100 videos and improve something every time. Get to work and start uploading.
Okay, but uploading 100 videos is not easy. And if you're a perfectionist, like me, you'll likely fall into the second trap that will completely destroy your channel: perfectionism. At the beginning of my journey, I was obsessed with editing, visuals, sound effects, and actually wasted an entire year researching instead of posting videos with nothing to show for it.
We all want everything to look perfect. We want everything to sound perfect.
Perfection is an illusion.
This is Matt Devella, and he's been there.
There was definitely a much younger and inexperienced Matt that let perfectionism get the best of him, resulting in projects that failed to launch or never got off the ground.
So why do we actually do this?
We use perfectionism often as an excuse. I'll publish my first book when every last detail lines up. But this tendency to wait for perfectionism holds us back from growth, and it robs us of opportunity.
Being a perfectionist is not necessarily a bad thing. It means you want to put out the best version of your work. But on YouTube, especially in the beginning, that just doesn't work. You don't know what viewers want to watch or what a good idea is. So spending your time on high effort content won't get you the results if you sacrifice the reps. These fancy animations you see, they took months to master. And even though they started getting comments like these, I should have used my time to just post more videos. Mr. Beast summed it up perfectly in an interview with Creator Insider, which was since taken down for some reason. Coincidence? I think not. You could spend months on a video and it gets 2 million views. You could spend a day on a video and it gets 100 million views. And that applies to every size channel. So here's what Matt found helpful if perfectionism is slowing you down.
If you haven't identified what done looks like, you'll never know when to stop. That sweet spot between perfect and passable. Strive to be exceptional with the limited time that you've got. But once you've made it 90% of the way there, know when it's time to say, good enough.
So my plan is to post 1 video every 2 weeks. When the deadline comes, I press publish, no matter what state the video is in. And you can actually hold me accountable by subscribing and following my journey. But if obsessing over perfectionism kills your channel, what actually makes it grow? That's where mistake number 3 comes in. So you can't waste too much time on each individual video, but there are certain elements that have a much bigger impact than others. One of the most important being the packaging. Even though I was obsessed with video editing, I really hated thumbnails when I was a new creator. Learning Photoshop and design and the small details, it was a lot. But like it or not, packaging is arguably more important than the video itself. Yet most creators allocate next to no time working on this step. I posted a video a few months back and after 24 hours it absolutely flopped. At first I thought maybe the idea just sucked and I should just focus on the next video. But instead I remade the thumbnail with very minimal editing. And a few hours later the video went from 6 views to 180 and eventually settled on just under 1,000 views because of one small change. It's actually never too late to update a poor performing thumbnail, even if the video was posted months ago. But here's what the experts have to say.
I have to do good titles and thumbnails that grab people's attention.
This is Ryan Trahan, but you already knew this. In an interview with YouTube Insider, he said something that changed the way I look at thumbnails forever. If I can't immediately visualize a thumbnail that will pop, I just scrap the video altogether. And for some reason, this is another interview I can't find anymore. Why is all the great YouTube advice going missing? Okay, but Ryan plans his thumbnails months in advance with multiple versions for each video.
I work on thumbnails for like 3 months in advance.
You just don't have time to do that. I definitely don't. But here's how my strategy changed. I visualize the thumbnail when I come up with a video idea and create a sketch before I write the script. To help with that, I'll research the video topic to see what thumbnails worked for other creators. I'll try not to have more than 3 elements, and I'll create a thumbnail that grabs attention and a title that gives context. But the most important part is it has to spark curiosity. Can people look at it for 2 seconds and immediately understand what the video is about, but also feel like they would miss out on some very important stuff if they skipped? Congratulations, you've got great packaging. But if you tried all of this and still can't grow, maybe your problem isn't consistency or packaging. Maybe it's something much bigger. And that's what I covered in this video here.